What's poppin', internet? Welcome to another episode of the Synced Up Podcast, a show where we talk to you about news, games, and sandwich a little fun in between. I'm one of your hosts, Timothy DeRoe, and joining me this week is your boy, Michael Clare. How you doing on this fine Sunday, Mike?
I'm doing fantastic.
I'm doing pretty good, too.
Real nice.
It's good to be back.
Went on a walk.
Yeah.
Don't do that often.
No.
Found a pond.
Found a pond, took a picture.
With fish.
Took a picture.
With fish in it, yeah.
Yeah.
Saw some dogs.
Mm-hmm. Walks are
Good
nice.
day.
Walks are nice.
Ate some pizza.
Yeah, we did. I did a lot of stuff today as well, but I would take too long to get into that. But I'm back now. We did it. Had some stuff to take care of last week, so I wasn't here. But thank you to Isaiah Roberson. It's Zay_15 for filling in for me. I hope y'all enjoyed him. But I'm back now, so let's get to it. Today we're going to be talking about the state of play, Sony sales, and the black hole that is the Call of Duty franchise. But before that, a little bit of housekeeping for you.
Sweet.
First and foremost, get ready for a Pokemon Snap impressions video going up, and for y'all also Returnal,
okay.
possibly. I don't know about Returnal.
Yes, my bad.
Because Returnal's like the runs
you
are.
gotta do it.
I know, but the runs are long, and it's hard enough to focus. Like, it just depends. I think I'm just gonna die if I'm trying to talk.
That's
at the same
fine.
time. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Don't get your hopes up for that one.
So you think I don't focus hard when I play Pokemon Snap?
Yeah, dude, shut up.
There's a lot of stuff you can miss. You gotta move quick, be fast with the camera.
Yeah. For some reason, scroll to make sure we're recording, because for some reason in my head, okay, we are cool. Like, I'm just made sure the mics were muted.
You Gucci.
Because I was just
Gucci,
like,
brother.
in my head, I was like, what if they're not? And then I needed that to quell my anxiety.
Anxiety quenched.
Quenched. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have a impressions video for Pokemon Snap and possibly Returnal going up. And if you are on our Patreon, you can get the exclusive audio version of that. Hey, do you like our show? Then you should consider us supporting on Patreon, like the people who already do, by going to patreon.com/syncedup or searching Synced Up in your Patreon app, where you can get access to our lovely Discord for $1 a month, or pre and post shows of all of our shows from youtube.com. What?
Pre?
Oh, yeah, I need to just remove that.
There's
It's like the teleprompter, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a teleprompter. I'm just going. Post shows of all of our shows from youtube.com/synceduppodcast and podcast services around the world. Also, that exclusive audio impressions feed. New episodes go up in all of those feeds at 7 a.m. Central Time Zone gang on Monday. See, I need to type Monday in there. You know, you edit the housekeeping, and you fuck it all up.
Well,
Kylie, what's going on?
And Tuesday. And
what was that?
What happened?
Did you fix it?
What did you do?
We're fixed. Okay. Well, the camera went wild for a second, but we're back. Just don't mind that. You can write in. You can write into the show at synceduppod@gmail.com with any questions, comments, or concerns, and we might discuss them on the show. And you should also follow us on Twitter at synceduppod to keep up to date with all of our content across the board. So now let's get into it. I don't have very many articles today, but I do have a couple of things here. Mm-hmm. So the Sony State of Play happened on Thursday at 4 p.m.
The Ratchet and Clank State of Play.
Yep. Among Us was announced to be coming to PS4 and PS5 with the Ratchet and Clank skin.
Nice.
Which was cool.
Cute.
And then Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero were announced to be coming to PS5 on May 14th with haptic feedback and the like, with the HDR, with the 4Ks.
That's just what we needed.
Which is pretty nice, because I do like Subnautica, and I am looking forward to playing.
Are you gonna play it?
Subnautica 2?
Well, just in general, you're going to play Subnautica on the PS5?
Maybe. I don't know. I've already played through Subnautica a lot of times. I'm sure Noah will, because Noah loves Subnautica, but
the haptics.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah, not
okay,
really. Okay. I tried to play it in VR and didn't really like it. I don't know. And I will play Subnautica 2 though, probably. I have it already on the PC. I don't really like playing games on the PC as much anymore. I just that wall there. I don't like the wall. I just want to be sitting on the couch.
Off?
Yeah, I feel closed off.
Yeah, I feel that.
Plus, I want to be able to sit on the couch next to Adri, frankly.
Cute.
And so I want to do that instead of being over here doing that. So I might rebuy it instead of playing it on my PC, because it's in early access right now. Yeah. That's why it's a thing. Then they showed 15 minutes of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart gameplay.
I'll play that.
Which you should go and watch. It was a good 15 minutes. Showed the intro of the game, which was really nice. Showed a little bit of gameplay from Rivet, a little bit of gameplay from Ratchet. Showed some of the weapon vendors, some of the weapons, all of that stuff. I don't know, man. That game just looks real good.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very impressive game. Like scale-wise, going between world to world.
Yeah.
And then the particle effects. I mean, I was watching you play Returnal, and that has pretty good particle effects. But this one, as far as I remember, still has more.
Yeah, it has a lot.
It looks ridiculous.
It was cool to, you had to get across like an acid lake, so you jumped over to a different dimension to grab like the little thing that would race you across, and then you had to fight your way out of there, and it was really cool. And there was no loading, and that was nice. And it was like a completely different world that was all open and still all the same stuff. and they talked about that. So Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is looking really nice. I hope that rift jump mechanic is really prevalent in the game. I hope you get to do it a lot because that seems to be the thing. Apart from the visuals, because I know in the past Ratchet and Clank games, at least for me, the gameplay itself has kind of been a little lackluster. I haven't really vibed with it that much, but I feel like it can kind of turn me around on this one simply because of the visuals and because of this rift jump mechanic. So I'm really hoping they keep that happening a lot to keep me in.
I'm sure they will. I mean, it's the big mechanic. It's in the title. I think we'll get it plenty.
The big PlayStation game for the year, as far as we know right now. Horizon maybe, God of War definitely not. But even though it's announced, it's for 2021, but definitely not coming out this year. I don't know why anybody keeps saying that. Possibly, I would assume Horizon Forbidden West comes in November.
Yeah, because they need to hit that. What is this scheduled for?
This is scheduled for June, like June 23rd or something like that.
Yeah, they definitely need a November title.
Yeah.
They need an end-of-year title.
Yeah, because we haven't had anything. We got Returnal, then you have Ratchet and Clank, then you have that, and there's nothing really else. I mean, you have Kena Bridge of Spirits, which is coming out.
But that's
indie. Yeah. You don't have any hard hitters. So
that's what, $40 too? Yeah.
So Ratchet and Clank is really the first hard hitter. I would say Returnal's the first hard hitter, but it's not. It's going to fly under the radar for a lot of people.
What do you mean? For the year?
For Sony.
Miles Morales?
That was in November last year, bro.
Yeah.
The hard hitter for this year.
Yeah, well, I said this year, and you said for Sony.
Yeah.
So I thought you meant in general. When I was seeing if you meant this year or all in all.
This year for
Sony.
This year
so I was like, oh, just Sony games.
No, this year for Sony.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we haven't had any like big ones yet.
I
would argue that Returnal is one, but that's gonna fly under the radar for a lot of people. It's a little.
I think it
more
will
indie.
too.
Yeah, and it's $70, and it's when people see Housemarque and they think indie. They're like, I ain't gonna pay $70, but Returnal's definitely worth $70. But let's stick on the Sony train. We got another thing here. A bunch of Sony sales numbers came in, and I copy and pasted Jeff Keighley's tweet into our doc here because I think he had a couple of the fun facts coming from in there. So first and foremost, 7.8 million PS5s have been sold. Now, worth noting that is the sold to retailer, not sold to people. But assuming
that's pretty much sold to people.
It's 1-to-1 at this point because of everything being
really
out of stock
on shelves.
Yeah, definitely not. So that's 7.8 million PS5 sold already. That's pretty crazy.
That's a lot.
That's more than the PS4 in the same launch period, despite the fact that there's been shortages. So
I mean, I'm not shocked because I assume they probably weren't still being torn off the shelves. Almost how far in are we now?
Yeah,
8 months, 7 months since release. So I'm not shocked.
Yeah. So this is despite the superconductor shortages and stuff like that and the COVID kind of holding everything back. But also I think the COVID adds a little bit more to it. I think PlayStations and consoles in general, I feel like are a little bit more likely to sell nowadays because everyone's still stuck at home.
Much as it hurts.
Yeah. And so, the superconductors are having a shortage right now. So there's that. But I think the offset to that is there's a lot more people.
You get into the next area, we see where it really helps.
Which is the 47.6 million PlayStation Plus subscribers.
Ridiculous.
At $10 a month or $60 a year or $30 every 3 months. That's a lot. Of money.
Ridiculous amount.
Yeah. And there, I still don't think that PlayStation Plus is really that crazy of a subscription in comparison. Like Game Pass Ultimate.
You get some really cool free games.
Yeah.
Right?
There's some good PS Plus games. What do they have this month? There were some good ones that were this month. Shot. I think Battlefield was one of them. Battlefield 5 was one of them. They've been having some really good hard hitting titles as of late. I feel like so. That's been really nice. But yeah, it's hard to compare. You got the PS5s and you're comparing them to 8 years ago. The PS4, 7.8 million. I would assume that they would sell more PS5s now in that same period than they did PS4s. Even though PS5 is a $100 higher price point, because there's more gamers now than there were 8 years ago. And you can think Minecraft, Fortnite.
It's
games
the
like that for that. Yeah,
now.
It's so much bigger than it used to be.
Games are Battlefield 5, Stranded
5.
Deep, Die Last, and Drive Hard.
Okay.
Or Wreckfest Drive Hard.
Okay, cool.
So
pretty good. And then I know there's been the past 4 or 5 months have actually been some pretty
there's been
solid bangers.
There was Marquette.
Yeah.
You had Destruction All Stars, which shouldn't have been a $70 game, but for free it was cool.
We'll try it for free.
Yeah. I mean it's a good service. I mean I think it's worth it alone for the free games, right?
Yeah.
So you can't talk too much trash on PS Plus. Just and of course you get the collection too, right? With that, so you can play a backlog of really good games.
God of War and stuff like that, which is really nice. Also,
I mean, not up to pass with Game Pass, but
a couple of more. Fun facts here. 338 million games sold for PS4, PS5 in the past year. That's March to March. That's what this is. This is the fiscal year report. So 338 million games. As a lot, mate. And then
number.
$24.4 billion in gaming revenue in the past year. The global box office for the same period in 2020 was $11.5 billion. So Sony alone made more than double the global box office. Now, keep in mind, theaters were closed, things like that. But this is still crazy.
Insane. And that's what I'm saying. Like, COVID may have hurt console sales, but you had more people than ever buying games.
Yeah, 100%.
So people were going back and buying PS4 games, Switch games, like every... Yeah, software-wise, phenomenally.
Yeah. Incredible year. You see that on the Nintendo side. You see that on the Xbox side. You see it across the board. I assume PC numbers are probably rocking the same. But we're going to stay on the Sony train. One more here to get us out of here. The Last of Us 3 story outline has already been written, director reveals. But third game isn't currently in production, Naughty Dog co-president claims. It's from Chris Scullion at VGC. A story outline has already been written for a potential third game in the Last of Us series, but it's not currently being developed. Naughty Dog's creative director, Neil Druckmann, revealed on the Script Apart podcast, as transcribed by IGN, that an outline detailing what happens after the second game already exists and that he'd like to see it be made into a game one day. I don't know how much I want to reveal, Druckmann explained. Co-writer Haley Gross did write an outline for the story that we're not making, but I hope one day it can see the light of day. That explores a little bit of what happens after this game. We'll see. Druckmann also suggested that the studio is currently in the process of deciding which project to work on next. After we finish one of our big titles, we take a long time to explore different ideas, whether it's going to be Last of Us 3, whether it's something new, whether there's some old franchise we want to go back to, he explained. So I want to say this is to be expected, but at the same time, I mean, a lot of Neil Druckmann interviews and things, and playing Last of Us 2 felt like an end cap there. I guess it's the same, the same thing that we had with the first game where we thought this is a start to finish. There's not going to be a second one. They found a way to make a second one. If Neil Druckmann can find a way to make a third one, he can make a third one, and I'll play it.
There's plenty of ways they can make a third one. I mean, you could just revisit you could stay in that world, but do it from a different character perspective.
Yeah,
there's a lot of things you can do where it's that world, but not necessarily Joel and Ellie. Yeah. So I could definitely see them doing something. Too bad they got to make the first one again first.
Yeah, and I would. That fucking sucks. And I would argue that, at least for me, The Last was. It's not the world that I care about. It's those characters. So I don't know if a game without Joel and Ellie would be something that I would enjoy and would hit as hard. But Neil Druckmann has wrote 2 banging ass Last of Us games already, and if he can write a third one, then
he'll get you to care about those characters quickly enough.
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna be. I'm not worried about it being a bad game if they make a Last of Us 3, right? I just don't think you need it right now.
But yeah, and I don't think we see it for, again, just like the gap between the first and the second game, I don't think we see it for 7-8 years.
Yeah, and I don't think it'd be hype right now. If they announced it in 2 years, like, hey, Last of Us 3.
I don't think
it would be like,
that was real sad. I don't want to feel sad again.
Yeah.
Plus with all the press around the time, the stuff with the leaks and everything. You got a lot you want to separate
You want to build up the hype again. So.
Yeah, but instead of talking about games that come out 7 years apart, let's talk about games that come out 1 year apart. Ooh. Now every single Activision studio works on Call of Duty. This is from Zach Wisen at Kotaku. Sad. Activision-owned studio Toys for Bob announced that it was going to provide development support for the latest season of Call of Duty Warzone. The studio previously worked on its own games, such as last year's fantastic Crash Bandicoot 4, but now has effectively been consumed by the ever-growing monster that is Call of Duty. With that move, all 9 studios directly owned by Activision are part of the Call of Duty machine in some capacity. Toys for Bob isn't the first studio Activision has tossed in the never-ending war game talent blender. Here's the breakdown of what the studios the company currently owns have done for the massive franchise. Toys for Bob is working on Warzone Season 3 content. Raven Software has been in support for COD since 2010. They also, they did like the Infinite Warfare and stuff like that, Advanced Warfare. Activision Shanghai worked on Call of Duty Online. Demonware does server support for Call of Duty. Former Transformers dev High Moon Studios helps support Call of Duty. So have I. Beanox has been working on COD since Black Ops 3. Collectively, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and Sledgehammer have been taking turns developing Call of Duty games for the last decade. Even parts of Activision that you wouldn't expect to be involved in Call of Duty are in fact involved with Call of Duty. Blizzard, part of the larger mega company Activision Blizzard, hasn't developed a COD game yet, but it does sell them on its own digital store. King, the mobile game giant Activision bought for $5.9 billion back in 2016, was working on a Call of Duty game for phones. Already launched Call of Duty mobile games have been developed by other non-Activision studios as well. So, yeah. Sucks for Toys for Bob because they dropped. It's about time.
Heat.
Yeah. Crash Bandicoot 4 was a banging ass game. I'm sure you can ask Chance Rainer. I'm sure you can ask the majority of the people on the internet that game was really, really good and was a perfect follow-up for the Crash franchise, especially following the Crash Insane trilogy. But it still sucks to just see them relegated to Call of Duty. And don't get me wrong, I guess I'm part of the problem because I still buy Call of Duty every year. But
there was no other option. It had to be Toys for Bob.
Yeah, Well, we say that, but ultimately, this industry is money driven, and Call of Duty makes fucking money. And now that Warzone is coming, coming in hot, it's here hot and ready.
Diversify your profile. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, but that I feel like that doesn't apply when your eggs are golden goose eggs and your fucking basket prints money. Exactly. Like you want to put all your eggs in there.
You can't just hire or create a new studio to help do these things that you want these other studios to do, and let these studios continue to work on projects that I would assume they care more about.
Yeah, you're talking.
I don't think anybody. I'd put money on it that nobody at Toys for Bob was like,
yes,
Warzone Season 3. Guys, I'm gonna leave the team if we don't do it. Right? Yeah, like nobody.
I'm sure there's people internally that are excited to work on Call of Duty, but they're gonna just be relegated to that, and then end up getting burnt out.
You're not working on the new COD game.
You just you hate to see creativity stifled. We're talking like Microsoft right now.
Tony Hawk.
See Microsoft come in and they throw out the cash Xbox and they let these studios come in and keep doing whatever the fuck they're doing. They bought Minecraft and we thought it was going to be the end, and it turns out Minecraft quadrupled in size and got even better.
They just help the companies do better at what they're already doing. Yeah, not do what we're doing.
Yeah,
it's just
it prints money. It prints money, and I'm going to continue to be part of the problem and buy Call of Duty every year, and so is a bajillion other people on this planet.
So is Blizzard the true enemy here? I know people make EA an enemy, right? A lot of times. But I think Blizzard is the true enemy.
Been getting good, EA, you see what this.
I think EA just has ups and downs.
See what they're doing with Respawn. You've seen. Why can't I think of the name of the Star Wars game, dude? Fallen Order. Yeah. You see Apex Legends. You see what they did with Joseph Ferris. He talks about how he defends EA because they never treat me bad, and they made what It Takes Two and A Way Out and stuff.
I don't think EA is our enemy anymore.
I don't think it is.
It's definitely Blizzard Activision.
Yeah, I think there's ripples left with EA. But you want to see them recover, and it's kind of the underdog story at this point, which doesn't make any fucking sense. But that's kind of where we are for EA. But for Activision, everyone's ready to see them burn.
I mean, no, Jeff Kaplan left. It's both sides, bro. Get him out.
Yeah,
Jeff was my defending grace of Blizzard Entertainment, and he's gone. So
yeah, that
tragic.
That sucks. But what doesn't suck? To get back on the Sony train.
What don't suck?
Back on the Sony train. We got a couple of review roundups. 2 big games dropped this weekend.
Big ones.
Returnal and Pokemon Snap. I'm playing Returnal. Mike is playing Pokemon Snap.
Very reminiscent of the days of Doom and Animal Crossing.
And we're going to be doing a review. Well, we're going to be reading someone else's work that they did for a review roundup. So Returnal review roundup from Steve Watts at GameSpot. He did both these review roundups. Steve Watts, thank you. So Returnal. Game Rant gave it a 5 out of 5. Returnal is an excellent video game flirting with perfection. It has the most satisfying gameplay loop Housemarque has crafted to date, which has a lot considering the studio's pedigree. If PlayStation's other PS5 exclusives feel even half as satisfying as Returnal does, fans are in for one hell of a console generation. That's from Cameron Corley. Game Informer Daniel Tack gave it a 9.5 out of 10. Returnal is a relentless nightmare that's a dream to play. The journey is full of horror and terrible discoveries, but also unbridled curiosity and wonder. If you have the taste for it, this is an adventure that begs to be experienced. Push Square, Stephen Tailby gave it a 9 out of 10. Housemarque has delivered the PS5 promise with Returnal. All the console's bells and whistles enhance the experience, making this a real showpiece for the hardware. But more than that, the game is a force to be reckoned with. The breathless combat, super slick gameplay, and the subtle but unsettling story combine for an experience of surprising scale. Roguelite aspects mean it won't gel with everyone, but for those looking for a challenging, addictive arcade shooter, this comes highly recommended. And then Timothy Rowe gives it a, well, I don't have a score yet because I haven't finished it. But I am going to talk about it right now because this seems like the time.
Oh, so no what you've been playing section?
We'll still have this what you've been playing section. There's stuff to talk about. But so Returnal, I am playing it currently on the PS5. I think I've clocked at like 8 hours probably. If I had to give a PS4. rough guess. I hate you. A rough guess of where I'm at. I don't have a game clock, so I can't tell you. Or if there is one, I haven't looked at it. But so I'm about 8 or 9 hours in. I'm fucking loving Returnal, man. Returnal's like really good.
You're a top 10 gamer.
Do what? I am a top 10 gamer, dude. I did one of those daily challenges, and I was ranked 10th in the world for score and completing that shit. That was cool. I was like, what? I remember it popped up and I was sitting next to Kylie and I was like, hold up. Yo, I'm 10th. I'm a god. I'm a god. And that was really cool. But yeah, first and foremost, the cosmic horror aspects of it really jive with me. The mystery, the unknown, the tentacles, the what the fuck's going on here, nature of it.
It gives me the vibe of like you're running through it, not because you want to beat whatever bosses at the end. It's because you want that next little dribble of
Yeah.
what's happening behind, what
Yeah.
the story is.
Because the story is
You want the next cutscene.
Yeah, it's drip fed to you for sure. The music is by the guy from Midsummer, the guy who did the Midsummer music.
Well, this has you all over
Yeah,
it
it's
then. Okay.
really jiving. It has that Annihilation feel. You have those hard synths that are severely distorted and stuff like that. But if you've played any Housemarque game, you know they made Resogun for the PS4, PS Plus launch title. Resogun was. If you know any Housemarque games and played any Housemarque games, you really these reviews are very accurate. You will feel right at home here. The bullet hell gameplay, super slick. They have translated their traditional 2-dimensional arcade shooter gameplay into a 3D AAA arcade shooter gameplay.
Yeah.
I puked in my mouth.
Gross.
The burp came.
Ew.
I breathed it in.
I know what you're talking about.
Came.
A little bit of
and
acid.
It was like a vacuum of space.
You need a drink?
Yep.
Just make it to the
Make
it to the Pokemon part, and I'll cover for you if you need a little break.
No, we got it. Okay.
It's gonna hurt. I know.
Wow. But the gunplay, the combat is nice. The movement is crazy good. I think the pacing of the unlocks and the permanent progression items that you get is really nice. The runs can sometimes be very long. Some people were saying some runs could be like 4 hours long. I don't foresee them ever being that long. I don't know how they could be, but I am enjoying it. They are longer runs, and that does kind of suck because you can't really, there is no quick resume on PS5.
No.
And so there's no just, shutting it off. If someone comes in and they close your game, they launch a different game, and you were an hour into a run, that run's just gone.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that because like Hades runs usually get you around 20 to 40 minutes if you're getting far or if you don't make it as far. And I think that's the perfect length.
Yeah.
Of sit down, run through it, and feel like I got a lot done in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
If it takes me 3 hours to kind of get that same feeling, and I don't know if I like that as much.
That's how I see it on paper, but it's not really a problem I've noticed with it. It's because of the nature of the game, because it feels like a AAA game, because it feels a little more linear. It's a roguelike game, but it doesn't have those roguelike vibes. So I've died in runs, but I've not felt like, man, like this run was like wasted. Like I felt like I've learned something. I felt like I unlocked something. Like everything felt like a progression. And I only had one run that was bad, but that's because I was a dumbass. But I haven't had a run where I was just like, man, none of the items I need are coming and I'm just getting obliterated. I've never had that. But that being said, this game is extremely fucking challenging. You watched me do a couple of boss fights. It gets hectic.
Oh yeah.
But it has those moments. Anyone who's played Dark Souls will be familiar with those moments where you beat a boss with a sliver of health, which I did twice today, and you jump up out of your seat and you're like, oh shit, and you're super excited and everything goes crazy. And you have those moments of euphoria. I really am enjoying Returnal. I can't wait to continue to play to get the rest of the story because I'm digging it a lot. Reading the little logs, reading stuff like that. It's really fun, and it has some crazy twists and turns that I didn't expect, and there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm really liking it. Liking it. So that's Returnal. Now let's go for this Pokemon Snap review roundup. Pokemon Snap review roundup. Yada, yada, yada. Steve Watts, GameSpot. Thank you. GameSpot itself gave it 8 out of 10. This from Janae Sitsies. Though there's sometimes a disparity between photos that make it into your photo decks and the ones you like the most, the core motivation of catching a Pokemon during something particularly cool remains the driving force and the satisfying draw of new Pokemon Snap. 20 years later, taking photos of Pokemon in the wild remains as fun and exhilarating as it always was, and though it's been a long time coming, new Pokemon Snap was worth the wait. Okay. Game Informer gives it an 8.5 from Brian Shea. New Pokemon Snap delivers all the thrills of the original game, but that throwback spirit isn't the only part of the experience that will give you a feeling of deja vu. Zachary Fairfax from Screen Rant gave it a 4.5 out of 5. New Pokemon Snap is a stunning experience that at its best feels like Pokemon for the first time. It's a little awkward to start, and the number of Pokemon on screen at one time can feel overwhelming, but it quickly becomes a relaxing and enjoyable trip through a newly discovered region. Despite not having the intense battle sequences of mainline entries in the series, new Pokemon Snap is just as exciting and challenging as a traditional creature battler. New Pokemon Snap is a game that Pokemon fans will fall in love with, while anyone put off by the battling aspect of the franchise will find a game that extols the aesthetic virtues of the series in a much calmer, often engaging manner.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's pretty good.
Give me that.
It's not a perfect game in any sense, but a lot of these reviews are correct when they say the main draw is that moment when you find a Pokemon doing something super cool that you would never see in a mainline game. These Pokemon have behaviors. They'll act surprised if you get too close, or if you can throw an apple at them and they'll be like, "Yo, what was that for? Why'd you do that?"
Mm-hmm.
And it's just catching these Pokemon in like an environment, like an actual environment. Because the
Out in
Pokemon
the
games,
world.
you just see the Pokemon in the wild, you catch it, you battle.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all the personality those Pokemon get. Like each Pokemon has personality, and then obviously taking photos is cool. I agree. The first time you go through a level is super overwhelming sometimes because you're doing 360s constantly because there's always stuff happening around you. You can go past a little area, and I always want to double check to see if there's something cool happening behind me. And sometimes there is. Like I got through this one area, and I couldn't really tell it was in a tree, but I could tell there was something over there. And so I got past it. I turned around. There's an Arbok sleeping in the tree.
Oh, okay.
And he's looking down on you kind of. So there's like cool stuff like that. One of the cooler mechanics is, when they first announced the game, Pokemon Snap is one of those games that you're like, how do I play this repeatedly? How do I get the most time out of it? And they did it to where you level up each area. So when you go from level 1 to level 2, the Pokemon there change a little bit. You start seeing different behaviors. And some Pokemon will recognize you and treat you differently when you show up. Yeah. When you get to like level 1 to 3 in the first area, there's a Grookey and a Pichu who, when they first see you, are like, "Oh, what's that?" And they run away. By the time you get there the third time, they're like, "Hey, what's up? We know you. Welcome back." And they're doing cute stuff. It's just really fun, and it's a very relaxing game. I don't feel like it's something you have to grind.
Yeah, you're kind of just vibing.
And then
riding the wave.
You know me. I like to take pictures when I play my games. And so it's just super relaxing for me to not have to hit the screenshot button. And then I'm just actually doing what I love to do when I see cool moments in games, Yeah. It's that pretty much whole thing where I'm just searching for cool moments. And just some of them feel so rewarding. Yeah. Seeing these really cute, wholesome moments that you just would never see in any other Pokemon game. So, I mean, I love it. I don't think it's a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 by any means. I don't even know if it's worth $60.
Yeah, that's a conversation a lot of people are having.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm get it from Walmart for $50, whatever. Yeah. It's still a good experience, and so I have a couple people that I can share that experience with. Like I know Spencer's playing it right now. Yeah. It's just fun. I like it. It's exciting when I level up, and I can be like, all right, I can't wait to go back into this area and see what's new. Yeah. It's cool. I love it.
Two very different experiences. Two very good games. You love to see it.
You do. I love the variety. TV.
Burp again. You love to see it. Michael Clare.
Timothy Durrell.
This is the next section of the podcast called This Week in Gaming.
The one after the news.
Is a section of the podcast where we talk about the historical releases, and you guessed it.
I did. At least once.
Name a third burp, bro. This Week in Gaming. This weekend. It's not called the third burp.
It's the pizza.
It's not called the third burp. It's called This Week in Gaming. So May 2nd, an Iron Man game came out in 2008.
I remember that game.
On PSP.
I played it. It was on PSP?
Yeah, that's what it said.
I thought there was one on PS2.
Nah. Oh, it also came out on PS2 probably.
Okay.
Maybe. 2008 for the PS2.
Did I play it on PS2? Right. I feel like I played it on PS2 because it was the first one, and it was not easy.
That can't be right.
I don't remember it being easy.
Yeah.
It has to be PS2, right?
2008 though? What? For PS2? I mean, we're deep in the PS3 life cycle by 2008.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Did I play? No, it wouldn't have been on PS3. I don't know. I played an Iron Man game, and that thing was hard.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Did you play it?
No. I
just put the name Iron Man.
Yeah, so I had to put it in there. Mario Golf World Tour came out in 2014 on the DS. Classic. May 3rd, Red Dead Revolver, the start off to the series, dropped in 2004. The original Forza Motorsport dropped a year later in 2005. The second Iron Man game, Iron Man 2, dropped in 2010.
Didn't play that one.
Didn't play that one either. Thor God of Thunder dropped in 2011.
Didn't play that one.
That was on PSP. And then Battleborn dropped in 2016, a game that came and didn't go anywhere.
What was Battleborn?
Battleborn was the Gearbox game that was like the Overwatch. Was like the Overwatch looking game, character hero shooter, but it was from the dudes who did Borderlands.
I think I know which one that is. I want to look that up.
Okay. It didn't go anywhere. I mean, it flopped tremendously. May 4th, Spider-Man 3 dropped in 2007. Classic. You got all the good QTEs from that.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Jungle Beat dropped in 2009. That's a Donkey Kong game that you control the congas.
Okay, I remember this game.
And then Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, widely regarded as one of the better Donkey Kong games, dropped in 2018. Which is really good.
Bring a new Donkey Kong game. I want a new one.
I don't think I do.
Let me have
May 5th, Over the Hedge on the Game Boy dropped.
Okay, now
2006. I did play the shit out of this.
I have amazing memories of this. This game was the birth of my anger for a certain game mechanic, and that is the security guard cone of vision. The classic. Yeah. It's dark. Here's the security guard with the light, and it's in the cone. And there was some level that I just couldn't get past where I had that mechanic.
That's me
And
as
as a
kid,
young
just-
child, I was pissed.
Yeah, all the time. Patapon 2 dropped in 2009. Fucking classic, dude.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Certified.
Shout out to Greg Miller. And then
Classic.
Plants vs. Zombies, the first one dropped in 2009. That is a certified classic. Underappreciated for sure. Ether 1 dropped in 2015. It's a walking simulator that dropped on PS Plus that I played the shit out of and really enjoyed. And then Wolfenstein The Old Blood dropped in 2015 also on May 5th. May 6th, Mario Party 3 dropped in 2001. I couldn't tell you what's different about that one than the other ones. They all blend together for me. And then EVE Online dropped in 2003. Do fucking what?
People put a lot of money in that game.
Yeah, 2003?
You remember like 2 years ago when they were like,
Yes.
a lot of people
I know
lost
what
a
you're
lot of money?
Yeah, it was like $125,000. Yeah.
Crazy.
Also, the certified classic Boom Blocks dropped in 2008. Low-key, I need to find the little sensor bar and play that shit because I bought it and I have it in my room. And then May 7th and May 8th, there wasn't really anything.
Every time I think of Boom Blocks, I'm now reminded of our Da Blob and Mickey Mouse.
Epic Mickey.
Yeah, Epic Mickey debacle.
Yeah, that was it.
The
That was a
great
debacle.
2020 debacle.
But that's it for this week in gaming. I'd say it's a pretty good week.
Yeah, solid week.
Little over average. Little over average.
Little Marvel heavy. Little Marvel heavy.
License game heavy.
Oh, yeah.
License game heavy. Now it's time for the game.
What game?
20 questions.
I've never played that game in my
Had a
life.
cough.
Whose turn?
Whose turn? I don't know.
My turn?
I wasn't here last week. Querictus.
Quailctus?
Quailctus. Sure.
You got a character tour?
Yeah, Keoktu.
You gonna hop on the mic?
You have a Keoktu?
Hop on the mic, yeah. On the mic, yeah.
You got
hop on the
Keoktu?
mic,
You
yeah.
want to talk about?
I thought you were American.
I thought you were American.
Thought you want
All right, are you boys ready?
Yeah, we born.
We always ready.
Alrighty,
Ready.
let's go.
Okay, so is this character from an exclusive video game franchise?
No.
From the big three. Cool.
Okay.
Well, yes, actually, I changed my mind. Yes.
Wait, hold up.
Yes.
How you
No,
know
no,
and
no,
then
no.
yes?
I just woke up like 7 minutes ago.
Okay, so okay.
Is it a Nintendo character?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's very exclusive.
Okay. Is this a playable character?
No.
Not a playable character.
Okay, well,
Cool.
is this character on the Smash roster?
No.
Okay.
Cool. That was a pause, but that's cool. So let's think of the big ones. Let's knock out some of the big ones. Is this Mario character?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
Zelda character.
Nope.
Okay. Pokemon character?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, television went off. What's going on?
It's
Okay.
fine, it's
Just moving
fine.
the mouse.
It's still recording.
Cool. Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
So we're 7 deep.
Pokemon
and
character.
Pokemon character.
Is this a Pokemon?
No.
Okay,
so
good.
That's a good one to knock out.
That's good. We knocked out like 900.
So
okay, so
you
is
don't
this
play.
is
Is
this,
this probably a trainer?
is this character female?
No.
Fuck.
Okay, so
I
it's a
was-
male.
I thought it was Nurse. What's her name? Joy.
You were hoping.
I was like
Okay.
Nurse Joy. Let's go.
So it's a male. Is this a
This
gym leader / Elite Four member?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this character prominently featured in the anime?
No. I
Okay.
have no idea.
Just fishing for Brock there.
I was fishing for Brock.
I'm gonna say no.
So that's 11. So this is a gym leader.
Okay.
I'm out. It's out of my element at this point. If
So-
it ain't Brock, I don't fucking know.
No.
So
I
here's
will give you a hint. You should know this character too, Tim.
okay.
I
So
should.
here's what I'm thinking. I think we start from Gen 1 and ask is it Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4 because there's no way it's 5 through 8.
Is this character a rival?
No.
He said it's a gym leader or Elite Four member.
Isn't your rival an Elite Four member?
Yeah, but
technically?
like-
yeah, your rival is at the
But
Elite
we could have got
Four.
to that point anyways. All right. Is this Gen 1 character?
No.
All right. I'm just gonna burn through a couple. Is it Gen 2?
No.
Gen 3?
No.
Sorry, that's 15.
Well, okay, relax.
Well, it's got to be Gen 4. No way he'd go 5 through 8.
I don't know. Is this?
Do you know any 5
is
through
this
8
charac-
gym leaders?
No.
Exactly.
No, I don't know shit.
So who even are the gym leaders for Gen 8?
Is this game?
Or Gen 4?
Fuck me, dude. I don't know.
Who's in the Elite Four? I don't know. All right, hold on. I got to know if it's Gen 4. Is it Gen 4?
Yes.
Okay. We got 4 questions.
I
You
should've
said
looked.
what gen is Gen 4?
That's Diamond,
Diamond,
Pearl.
Pearl,
Yeah, I
Platinum.
didn't even play those. Why would I know this?
Well, you're a fake fan.
Yes,
I'm
he's arguably a fake
I'm
fan.
arguably a
Well,
fake
I
fan.
assume that you had the natural
Okay.
gaming sense to play the greatest
So,
gen of all time.
The first one is no, that's Gen 3. It's the Rock guy. He's in the mines. There's him. And then oh boy. I don't remember the Gen 4 gym leaders and Elite 4 that well. The Elite 4, you got
Trainer.
Cynthia at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a woman.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I remember much of the Elite 4 besides Cynthia for Gen 4.
Okay.
There's the There's the Fire Elite Four guy who only had one fire Pokemon. Maybe he had two.
I don't know.
But I don't remember his name. This is tough.
Freak.
There's the Steel one.
I apologize for this. I assumed Tim also knew.
Fuck no. I'm not a Pokemon guy.
Dude,
I figured you made it that far. I made it that far.
No,
I
bro.
don't-
I played. I have played
What are
Leaf
their
Green.
names?
I have played the OG, and I've played Sun and Moon, and I played the most recent one, and I hated it.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. Question 17.
Oh,
Is it a
no.
gym leader?
Oh, Black and White. I played that as
no.
well. Black and White too.
So it has to be an Elite Four member.
I'll give you that one for free because you're at a handicap here. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because I'm not.
You don't have
I've
Tim.
got no help.
Well,
so
I know it's an Elite Four
how
member.
many?
But it's not
Yeah.
a
So
gym
we're
leader.
18 now? Questions.
This is next question. I have 3 questions to figure it out. So it's not Cynthia. There's literally 4 people. There's the dude that has Infernape. Who else is in the Elite Four?
Fuck if I know.
And if it's the Infernape guy, I don't remember their names.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no. What would his name
It's not
be?
in that.
Fucking Billy.
No.
I was just trying to help you. That's what he
Why does Jordan
He's-
just casually have an Elite Four member's name just on the
Would
fucking...
Diamond and Pearl forever stay in his head?
Yeah. It
Really platinum.
rent
Sorry.
free. No, it's diamond.
Oh, is this? Okay. Okay.
But
Who-
diamond.
I got an ear infection.
All right. Let me. Is it the Infernape guy?
Yeah.
What
So-
is his name? I could draw him before I could tell you his name. I could even tell you his team. I know he got Infernape.
Yeah.
He got Drifblim.
Yep.
Who else is on that team? Maybe one more fire Pokemon.
Rapidash?
I'm pretty sure he has Lopunny.
Yeah, well, you might be right about Rapidash, but that might be
Oh no, it definitely is Rapidash.
yeah, but that might be plat. Well, no, and Platinum he actually has some more fire types. Magmortar. Might be in the Platinum version. What's his name?
You got 30 seconds to think of his name.
A Flannery? No, that's Gen 3. What's his name?
Billy.
Billy.
Shorts kid.
Where's Billy?
He's
Remember
got,
Shorts Kid?
bro. He's got the red afro. He's wearing a yellow short shirt, and I think he's got jeans on.
I feel like that's close enough.
You're so. I mean, you have the character. But
I
you
know
gotta
the
get
character.
name.
I don't know his name.
Just throw out a name.
I want to get it right though.
But at this point, you made it farther than I thought you would.
Is this a name you think I could just pull off the dome?
Probably yeah. It's fire related.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, he's an Elite Four member.
Yeah,
His name's like Roast.
No.
His
I'm-
name.
Bernie. Hold up. It could be Bernie.
Can I name my kid Roast?
You know what? For if we're going for the fire name, I'm just gonna go Bernie.
Okay, is that your final answer?
Yeah.
We're going
lock
with
it in.
Bernie.
Okay, so I'm gonna classify you as winning because you
Thank
did
you.
get the character.
I know the character.
But
What's
no,
his
it's
name?
not Bernie. It's Flint.
Flint.
Of course.
Duh. What's his team?
I don't know his exact team.
Oh,
I know
okay.
it's Infernape because my Infernape domed on his.
Dong. Flint.
Probably
Elite
Rapidash.
14.
I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive there's a Lopunny in there. I don't know why.
You know, I kind of think you're right. Let me.
I don't know why I think he has a Lopunny, but I just think he does.
Let me. I'm figure out this team real quick. Flint.
But yeah, he's the first one you go against, and he just gets washed.
I thought you could choose. Okay, he had.
Rapidash.
And Diamond and Pearl. He had Rapidash and Fernape. So remember, he's a Fire Elite Four. Those
Yeah.
are his 2 fire types. Steelix, Lopunny, and Drifblim.
I knew he had a Lopunny.
That was one of the biggest problems with Gen 4. And then in Platinum, they actually give him all fire. Rapidash and Fernape, Houndoom, Magmortar, Flareon. Which I don't know why they didn't give him Magmortar and Diamond and Pearl, because Magmortar was in Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah.
So
Cool. we got there.
good character.
Thank you.
That was a 20 question character.
Yeah. That was all. Yeah. Yep.
I didn't know that Tim didn't play that, so I was trying to make
Hell
it.
no. Huh?
I mean, it was just his name.
Yeah.
I figured that was one of the ones you would have picked, but I just couldn't remember Flint.
I
Now will.
remember thinking about it when we were talking the other night about which fire monkey or which monkey
Fire monkey.
Pokemon was better.
Which fire
We
monkey?
were talking about Infernape, and I was like,
Nah, it's Grookey.
Yeah.
GG's.
Cool.
GG, bro.
Good game. Now it's time to talk about the games that we've been playing, though.
We already
We
did.
talked about Returnal. We talked about Pokemon Snap, but
You got
I
some
downloaded
bangers,
Words with Friends on the phone. I'm playing that.
Nice.
Fucking Scrabble dude's been pissing me off, bro. Fuck that game.
You just gotta start cheating, bro.
I've thought about it.
To get the app, you take the screenshot, you upload the screenshot, and be like, "Yo, do this right here."
No, I'm not cheating. I can't do it.
I told AJ to do it too, so
She ain't been doing it, but Yeah,
Hell
I gotta keep.
Words with friends is dog eat dog. You know.
The problem is Adriana wins because she fucking trial and errors put random fucking letters next to each other on top of bonus tiles and makes words that don't make any fucking sense but are somehow words.
Why don't you?
And
do
then when
that
you
too?
highlight it and you look, because I don't want to sit there for 30 minutes. Her turns take forever.
But who wins?
She does.
Yeah, exactly.
It's bullshit. So I've been playing that, and then also replayed What Remains of Edith Finch, or rather Adriana did. Replayed What Remains of, played it for the first time, and I watched her play through it, and we beat it in one sitting, and she wants to play it again actually,
Wow.
because she knows what's gonna happen. And she enjoyed it a lot, which was exciting to hear. And I think we're going to be playing through. We might be playing through Portal. We've considered Stardew Valley run.
Okay.
There's a couple of things on the docket. There's a couple of other walking simulators I've brought forth of like, hey, we could play Gone Home. We could play The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. There's some classics like that. She was like, it was fun to like interact with something and experience like a really good story with you on the couch. And I was like, all right, cool. So I'll come up with some more that I think are like accessible. Yeah. I might cop Breath of the Wild because she also kind of wants to play that. So it depends on what happens with my fucking car though, because I can't spend any fucking money right now. So there's that, and that was fun. That was cool. That game made me cry once again because it always does.
Good stuff.
Yeah, really
good
good
stuff,
game.
boss man.
And then now it's time for reader mail. You can get your questions right on the show by writing into synceduppod@gmail.com, just like Spencer Trevette did. Sup, guys?
CT.
I've been into a lot of horror films lately, and it got me thinking of video games and their surreal use of body horror. What video games have made you physically sick to look at or have disgusted you the most? Stay rotten, Master of Filth, Spencer Travago.
Body horror.
I don't know. Evil Within did some cool stuff like that. I can't really think of any games that have like grotesque, crazy shit. I can think of a bunch of movies, but this is not that podcast, so we can't really talk about those. But Outlast did some cool stuff. But like a lot of the horror games that I've played haven't been, like that. Like Amnesia and shit. Like, not really. I don't know.
I'm not a horror guy, but I will say,
Resi 7 did some cool stuff.
When playing The Medium, every time you had to cut through a wall of flesh or whatever,
that was gross.
That was pretty gross. And the thing is, they made it exceptionally long.
Yeah.
And I think that was
Take
just
forever.
spook. Yeah. Because every time I did it, I was like, "There's gonna be a cutscene here, and I'm just gonna get nabbed."
Yep.
Nope,
never happened.
And that was just. I hated looking
Was
at
weird.
it.
Yeah, I
So
think the
guess that answers it.
Resident Evil
Disgusting.
series does some
Tim.
stuff, but
Do you remember playing the game Agony?
oh yeah, I played Agony. That game sucks.
That
though.
game, that game made me want to vomit.
Booty.
That game was grotesque and did make me physically sick to look at, but the gameplay was dog. It was so bad. That game sucked. And I was looking forward to it too because it was like really crazy.
Master of Filth. That's a new one.
Yeah, Master of Filth. Building Dahmer writes in, "What's
The
up, my
boy.
blue eyes white dragons? I have a new game for you guys to try out. It's called Developer Duel. The goal is to pick the correct winner between
Trademark.
two different game developers. I've combed through the Wikipedia pages of those two developers and grabbed every video game they've developed, then went to Metacritic and recorded all of the scores for those games. An overall average was calculated to come up with a developer Metacritic score. Your job is to guess which developer wins the duel.
Okay.
You can ask what the score was for the two different games to help you formulate your guess." Not for two different games, i.e., what was the score for Halo 3 and Destiny? You only get 2 per developer.
Okay.
The duel this time will be between Square Enix and Game Freak. Here's a hint. Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow and Gold, Silver, Crystal don't have Metacritic scores.
Ooh.
It looks like anything before 2002 might not have a score. Good luck. Keep it real. Fielding. P.S. If the scores are different on different platforms, I then chose the highest score. I've included a spreadsheet of all the games and their scores for Jordan's reference. So, y'all can look at that spreadsheet. So we get to ask about 2 games from each developer to get ideas of Metacritic scores to try to figure out.
Okay.
Try to figure it out. So I want
Heat game,
the
by the way.
Metacritic score
Heat
for
game.
Kingdom Hearts 1.
Okay. Should I pick next?
Sure. Well, yeah. So you pick. We'll each pick one Square Enix game and one Game Freak game.
Okay.
So I want the Metacritic score for Kingdom Hearts 1.
Which one is that?
Kingdom Hearts 1. It's called Kingdom Hearts.
It would just be Kingdom
Oh,
Hearts.
yeah, it's just by itself. Nope. That's
I would have chose 2 if I were you.
Did that come out before 2002 though?
They're not in order.
No. Kingdom Hearts might have been like 2001.
I think Kingdom Hearts 1 is too old.
Too old. Give me
I
the
would switch
score.
it to 2.
Give me the score for Kingdom Hearts 2.
2.
We do have 2.
87.
Okay.
87 for Kingdom Hearts 2. Okay, that's pretty good.
Let
you
me think
thinking?
of it. Let me think.
You got Final Fantasy.
God,
Give me Avengers.
Fuck.
probably at the bottom.
That's bringing that average down.
That's like their newest game.
That is bringing that average down.
I didn't know how low though.
They're
For
not
Marvel's
in
Avengers.
any kind of order.
She is the Excel woman.
Yeah, she is.
Okay, we're going. We're typing.
Suspense.
Is that not?
It's Avengers. AV, not AD. There you go.
Avengers.
Avengers.
It's not even on here.
It's not on there.
What?
He doesn't have it.
No.
Fielding, did you? What?
Well, now everything's in question.
Well, maybe Square Enix. Square Enix published Avengers. Did they develop Avengers?
who developed it then?
I don't know.
I'll look it up.
I got it right here.
Okay, yeah, you actually looked it up. I might cheat.
Was it Square Enix that just published it?
Yeah, who developed Marvel's Avengers? He hit the.
Crystal Dynamics.
Oh, yeah, no shit.
Okay.
We're so
This is
stupid.
published Square.
We're dumb as
Listen,
shit.
man,
That
it was just
changes
the
a lot
Square
of
Enix
things,
Okay.
That changes the whole Square game.
I'm looking at this game list and I'm like, oof.
Give me Final Fantasy 11.
Final Fantasy 11.
5, 6, 7,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It should be X.
XI.
1I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One Eye. Final Fantasy 11.
Dude, there's so many Final Fantasy.
There's a lot of them.
Is it the complete collection?
Sure.
Are you sure?
Just for simplicity's sake.
Yeah, just go with that one.
Okay, that's 77.
Okay.
What was
Okay, for
yours?
Game Freak, I want red and blue.
He literally said that's not on there.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
what he
for
started.
game-
Fire Red?
For Game Freak, I want leaf green and fire red. Okay.
There you go.
And
That's 81.
81. Damn,
Okay.
that's lower than I thought.
That is pretty low.
What would be the lowest?
Well, you see this to this.
What else has Game Freak
Yeah,
made?
but
Like,
I
what
mean,
obscure
this
shit?
List is
Have they made?
unfair
Look up-
comprehensive wise, but it makes sense.
It's gonna be called what they call it? Town.
Town? No, they...
It's not a Pokemon game. It's like Little Town Hero or something like
Little
that.
Town Hero. I think that's
Yes, Little Town Hero.
What's that got?
It's a 64.
right. Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
So Little Town Hero with a 64.
That's gotta be their worst.
Fire Red and Leaf Green with a what was it? 77?
80.
77.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
84.
84?
Fire Red
No.
and Leaf
Oh,
Green.
81.
81.
81?
Yeah.
77 was the complete collection.
Complete Collection was 77. And then Kingdom Hearts 2 was a 80 something.
Yeah, it was a 87.
Okay.
So
So if I'm going to be completely honest, especially once you start to get in those later years, bro, people start aggressively shitting on Pokemon games. And I think that drags the Metacritic score down for Pokemon games specifically. And you start getting into those newer games. While Pokemon fans still go hard, a lot of those review aggregate sites
stay with me here for a second. though.
start to drag that shit down.
Stay with me here for a second. Kingdom Hearts 3.
Mm-hmm. What about it?
That's gotta be like a 52.
No, dude, that definitely at least in the 70s. We should have asked about it, but
We should have.
you got to think about Final Fantasy VII Remake, which has like a 94 or 93, right?
Think about Emerald. Think about Platinum.
Final Fantasy VII,
Think
the
about
original.
Black and White. Black and White 2.
But even still, I think you think of those. I think you take like Final Fantasy 6, 7, 8, and then the 7 Remake. Like those all are in the 90 range.
But hold up. Think about 2002. When
Okay,
did Final
okay,
Fantasy
so-
7 come out?
Yeah, you're right. That'd be before 2002.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shit. Maybe. Final Fantasy VII Remake. I mean,
Are we trying to collectively come to an answer here? Or are we differing? I
We can lose.
yeah.
yeah.
But putting our brain power together, I think might not even be enough for us to really figure it out.
I think it has to be Square Enix.
Really, I want to choose Game Freak,
I know you want to off principle alone.
but not just because of principle. I just think Square's got to have some misses, right?
Sure, but I feel like Square has way more games.
Yes, but are they all above 80? Right?
And plus, there's a lot of Japanese exclusive games.
That are gonna have really high ratings.
Yeah, like Bravely Default and shit. Like things that only came out in Japan that have like
Yeah,
93s because everyone in Japan
But
loves it.
Square has so many games that there's got to be
That might
for every
dilute.
83. There's got to be like a 58.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm going Square, personally.
Not out of principle, but honestly because I think Game Freak has the better average. I will go Game Freak. This is a good game.
Okay, so to start out, you were right with the fact that Square Enix has so many more
They have
games.
a lot.
They're like 64 to 22, like
Yep.
triple.
He put that in his spreadsheet, dude.
Now, can we?
Yeah.
It looks nice.
It does.
Can I before you reveal the answer?
Okay.
Is Little Town Hero the lowest rated game for you?
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
Okay.
It's
See, that was-
tied with Pokemon Quest.
Oh yeah, Pokemon
Oh.
Quest. Didn't even think
I
about
didn't
those
think Game
mobile
Freak did that
titles.
one.
Okay, I will tell you though. I'll tell you the lowest scores. The lowest score for Game Freak is a 64.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
The
what I was trying to
lowest
snipe
score
with the
for
lowest.
Square Enix is a 40.
And what,
Okay.
what game was that?
Go back down.
They have
The
too many
Quiet
games.
Man. I've never even heard.
Oh, the Quiet Man was garbage. Yeah.
Because that was what I was trying to do. I was
forgot
trying to
they did that.
strategically snipe the lowest Game Freak game. That way I'd know the minimum bar.
I will also tell you your Kingdom Hearts 3 ranking. You're hella off.
Wait,
Is
how much?
it high?
Oh yeah, it's an 83. It's one of the higher ones.
Okay.
Wow.
So who has the higher score? out of the
All
two
right, are y'all
companies?
ready?
So did you pick Game Freak?
Yeah.
I picked Game Freak.
Okay.
Okay, Square Enix came up with the overall score of 76.3,
That's for you.
76.3. Okay.
and Game Freak came over with the score of 79.1.
Got your ass, bro.
Yeah.
It's
The
the
2.8. 2.8.
too much junk.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's just too much.
So okay, how many spin-off games were there
Of
for Square Enix? Because I guess
Bro,
Quest,
I don't think they
I
could
don't know
count.
the amount that you would count as a spinoff. Most of the list. It's
well,
a
hold
lot.
on. So did they count Fire Red and Leaf Green as the same game?
Yes.
So okay, I'm gonna follow
They
me
also
here.
count Sun and Moon, X and Y, Diamond and Pearl. All
But
the
still, I
duels.
think at least half of that has to be mainline games, right?
Mhm.
Because
Do
you
you-
got Sword and Shield, and
Yep.
you have Sun Moon, Ultra Sun Moon,
Mhm.
XY.
Yeah.
Do you want
Then we
to
go Gen 5,
show?
Black and White 2, and then you go.
You should just click right here.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if we need to, but you can.
Yeah, show me the list.
I think you include. I think if you throw in the older
You might
games.
have to zoom in.
I think if you throw in older games like Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 6, Final Fantasy 8, and you start to bring those in, I think it
But
might
then
get closer.
You let me bring in Gold, Silver, Crystal, and Red, Blue,
You go
Yellow.
right there, and then you just have
Right.
to scroll for 'em.
Okay, so you don't have to move it. I'm just curious how many of these Black and White Sun. Is this by highest to lowest?
So
Okay.
Enix has
Lowest
6 games that are higher than the highest Game Freak, which
What
are
does that say? Pokemon Card Jockey.
yeah.
Yeah,
And there's no. Oh, there's Final Fantasy 7 remake. Got an 87. I thought it was at the 90 range. Man, fuck.
yeah. So I mean, that was good. I'm glad I pulled through on that one. That's the first big dub.
Thank you very much for that game
That
fielding.
was
very fun.
that was a really
cool.
cool game.
Then we got 2 questions from Lucas here to go through before we end the podcast off. With the recent release of Mortal Kombat movie, what franchise would you like to see get an adaptation on the big screen? I don't know, man. I think they're all coming.
Yeah, anything I could say is probably already in development, man.
They're all coming, dude.
Well, what's a sleeper hit? Let me snipe a sleeper hit. Metroid.
Metroid? Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. Zelda? Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's all I can
That's
think
about
of.
it. I mean,
That's all I can
but
think
for real, Metroid would be cool.
It would be cool.
I think it's a cool story to bring over.
Which fictional world from video game would you see yourself living in? They're all terrible all the time. Well, except Pokemon.
Thank you. Dibs. Your choice now.
People be dying.
I
and
feel
shit.
like a lot of them just seem terrible because you're the main pro tag. But
Yeah.
like, if you're just an average citizen in that world, you'd probably be vibing.
Yeah, you might be right. You
Because
might
like
be
all the bad things would be normal, so it would just be your version
You
of.
just gotta pick a game
Gravity Rush,
where people be.
Put me in Fall Guys universe, dude.
Fall Guys. Yeah.
You want to be a bean?
Put me
Don't,
in-
isn't their life existential though?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. They have it. Yeah. So was ours. What the fuck?
Among Us.
Imposter. I don't know. There's some cool ones.
No, it's definitely Pokemon. Easy peasy, bro.
Pokemon. Something with space, maybe. Like
Space.
Star Wars.
The final
Stour. Mass Effect. Yeah. I'm looking forward to playing the trilogy later this month.
Noise.
Nice. That's it for the show, though. We do have a post show before we leave, but we're leaving you, these people that are sitting here, because you don't support us on Patreon. So if you want our post show, you should go over to patreon.com/synced-up, and you'll be able to get some content. What are we going to do? We're going to play a card game, but you don't get to see what the card game is or
It's
what
in a
we're
red
It's in a
box.
red box. That's all you get to know, but you don't get to know exactly what is going to happen
You know
because
what
you
you will
don't
get
you
to
don't pay
know.
for it. But
You
you
know
pay $5 a month on Patreon, you could do that. So for those of you who don't, hey, we still love you. We still love you. We still thank you every day. because you watch our stuff, and we very much appreciate that. And if you want to support us a little more, you can get this little added content, but it's totally cool if you don't want to, so that's fine. But for those of you that do pay the little extra to get the extra content, we will see y'all in just a minute. And for the rest of y'all, we will see y'all next week. Look forward
tomorrow.
to a couple of impressions videos. Oh, yeah, and tomorrow for the film cast. So,
All right, we love you.
goodbye.
Bye.